my thoughts on Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez. You know what I'm saying? We got Gervonta Davis in the house. All these newcomers, you feel me? We even got a couple Brandon Lee. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of like little prospects that's coming up in the game right now. I think a lot of the times with these professional athletes, you know what I'm saying? It's different variables that separate them apart. You feel me? And like I was watching an interview of Ryan Garcia's, and he was just talking about he was writing a book on the difference between the champion and the superstar, and that man is right. There are levels to the shit. Ryan be talking mad shit, but he be spitting real. Not like that little dude is knowledgeable. Like I'm only 29. You know what I'm saying? I grew up boxing. I started when I was 12. Got into martial arts when I was 17. Really started taking jujitsu and the ground game and just kickboxing, things of that nature more serious. I just wanted to expand and grow, But outside of that though, from my walk of life and just seeing professional athletes train, a lot of these guys, man, they ain't got their diets in check. A lot of these guys still partying, drinking, smoking, for sure, for sure. You know what I'm saying? They might train twice a day, but like, are you getting in 4-hour sessions or are you like lollygagging? You know what I'm saying? I can remember a couple of teams I was like training with, and it'd be like, dog, we need to be training 6 days, bro. Like, I mean, at this point, we need to be training 6 days. People ain't got, you know what I mean? They a couple months out from some fights. You got some dudes that you're discussing fights with. We need to be getting in shape now. You feel me? Because training camp is never supposed to be about getting in shape. That is the worst time to try to do it. You got 6 to 8 weeks to train, 9 times out of 10. That ain't going to really do nothing for your muscular gains. That ain't going to do nothing for your cardiovascular. Nothing. You need at least 90 days of intense training cardiovascularly to make some even type of subtle improvement in your heart capacity and lung capacity. So, to try to get in shape in 2 months ain't even realistic. You feel me? So, this is why I feel, you know what I mean, depending on who the person is, depending on the variable, you got genetics, timing, you got their diet, their personal lifestyle outside of training, and then you got their training in general. A lot of fighters ain't, in my opinion, and this is actually a fact. If you're fighting, right, yes, you need conditioning. You don't even need to be fighting if you ain't got no conditioning, for real, because you're going to get beat up. I've seen that. But at the end of the day, you also need to be training every part of your body. Like, hold on. You need to be training every piece of your body, like trying to make it into iron, straight up. Because at the end of the day, man, you going into a fight. And I see a lot of people practicing technique, conditioning, but no real strength training, no real weight lifting. There are ways to implement resistance bands, TRX, free weights, you know what I'm saying, and machines that can still be conducive with fighting. And a lot of guys aren't packing on a lot of power. You can watch some of these pro interviews, and they'll talk about how guys aren't strong. The reason being is because they're not lifting weights. You're building explosive muscle, but you're not building that compact, dense, slow, oxidative muscle. That comes from resistance style training. You feel me? And I feel like the perfect culmination of both can build a superior athlete. But the reason you got so many guys that'll fall off when they get the belt or never even get the belt is honestly their diet and their training. I'm a real life specialist and trainer out of Detroit, Michigan. And I've been a student of the exercise science for a long time. I've actually gravitated more so towards specializing in not being a specialist. That way I can stay receptive to all forms of training and be able to increase myself as a trainer and person. That way I can help any type of person, any type of athlete. You feel me? And when these people, they specialize in their technique, in their ideologies, it can separate you from other things that could actually make somebody a champion or keep somebody a champion. You feel me? So, like, yeah, I definitely think that there are different variables surrounding professional athletes, professional fighters. And I think, some of you guys need to watch this video, man. Start implementing different training programs. I'm going to post some videos discussing different workouts and exercises that some of these guys should implement in their workouts to get a better result. And honestly, continue to be undefeated or to turn that loss around. Straight up, you need to change how you're training, period.